Hi everybody, Carmen here with Quality Sewing, and for this week's How Do I, we are going to discuss how do I extend my sewing space without a bigger room. So today we are going to talk about having a little bit more space. I am sure you have had moments when you are sewing or quilting and you just sort of feel like you don't have enough room. Maybe your fabric's falling to your floor, maybe everything is slipping and sliding, or you just feel like there's just not enough space. So I'm going to show you a couple of different things that we have and a couple of different options for extending your sewing space. So the very first thing we are going to talk about is an extension table. So here I have the beautiful Baby Lock Anthem. And this is how it normally looks, right? It has its tray on it. And this is how the machine comes. And I think we can show you a top view of it. Yep, so you can sort of see that's how much space is on here. Now, when you're working on a project, you have this gap here, right, where the fabric might fall down here. But what's great about adding an extension table is you can extend all that space. So I'm going to take off my accessory tray that comes with my machine and maybe I'll just set it over here for a moment. And then I'm going to slide my extension table on. So you can see here, this gives you a ton of extra space. This is called the Wish Table by Sew Steady. And the Wish Table is one of my favorite extension tables. And that is because not only does it extend your space, now this is custom cut for your machine. So no matter what sewing machine you have at home, you could get a Wish table that fits your machine. So it doesn't work just with the Baby Lock Anthem. It works with all different machines. And these extension tables by Sew Steady do come in many different sizes. My favorite one is this one, the Wish table. One, it's because it's a great size, right? Look at all of this great space. But number two, it's because it has a drawer. So I love the drawer here because I'm sitting here sewing, right? I've got all this fabric. So now I have so much more space, right, than I had before for my fabric to lay flat and not slip and slide. But then I often have like little pins. I got little things. And instead of just knocking them all to the ground, I can keep them stored here in my little drawer. So I love that. And all of these edges are beveled. The extension table is amazing. And there's lots of different types of extension tables out there. The Wish table and the Sew Steady tables are clear like this. There are also extension tables that are designed, that are solid white, that can match your machine. Like there is one that you can get for the Anthem that is all white. But I kind of like the Wish table the best, and I like the clear ones. So that is one option. So next, I'm going to roll this out of the view, and I'm going to roll over some other items here. So away goes that guy. And in comes this guy. If I can drive it straight. Perfect. This should work. So one of the other things that I do want to point out is the machines themselves. So you might have a standard machine at home, and it only gives you a small amount of space to work with, right? So this is not that much space, right? If you have a big project, you only have a couple of inches there between the side, right, where your needle is, to the side of the machine. But there are quite a few different machines out there that have more space, that maybe give you, instead of only having 5 inches, maybe you get 8 inches. Or maybe you get 10 inches or 11 inches. That's what that Anthem was. It was 11 inches. Or this guy right here, it is 12 inches from your needle to the side of your machine. So you have a lot of space there. And this is called the Baby Lock Allegro, actually. It's Allegro. It's the Baby Lock Allegro. And you have a lot of space here. It has lots of great stitches and things. But if you have been struggling to do large projects and you think it might be time to get a new sewing machine, one of the things to consider is how much space you have from the needle to the side of the machine, because there's all different sizes of machines now. Okay, I'm going to move these guys. This is the sewing machine Jenga video as I move everything around. Okay, so the next thing you can do to expand your sewing space is you can get a cabinet that has an insert. So this is the Kangaroo Wallaby, and it is pretty slick. So I can just open my cabinet up here. I'm going to slide my other cabinet over a bit more. Slide this cabinet open here. And right here, my machine is down below. And I'm just going to pull out, I've got an insert here. I'm going to push my machine so it comes all the way up. And now you can see I can use my machine here. I can push it halfway down. And this is an insert that you can get that's custom cut for your sewing machine. And it goes around your machine. So now we are extending all of this space of your sewing machine with this table. But this table opens up even more. So this door here pops open. You get all of this beautiful space to the right of you if you were sitting there. And then this guy flips up as well. And look at all of this sewing space. You have so much more sewing space. And this is a very compact cabinet. So it could fit in almost any room of your house, but it gives you so much more workspace and it really expands your sewing surface. And just so you can see it, I'm going to close it back up so you can see how small it gets. This guy can flip back and up and over here. We're just going to slide our insert off. The machine goes down, and there's a solid piece here, so you could use the surface for something else. This guy flips up and over, and voila, very compact. Your sewing machine and your sewing supplies tucked all away, and this is pretty fun and amazing. And once again, this is the Kangaroo Wallaby, and I highly recommend having a piece of sewing furniture that has one of those hydraulic lifts in it, so that way you can get this custom insert and really extend your sewing space. So I hope today's How Do I was helpful. Those were a couple of ideas of ways that you can extend your sewing space, even if you can't get your room to be any bigger.